Hello, people, and welcome to another dose of Drew. I am said Drew, and today on this knife review, I'm going to be reviewing the Victorinox Swiss Army Spartan. This particular case is what they call the Onyx edition, which is the all black, coated on all of the blades and tools and implements. So you get them all dark, as well as the black scales with only the white shield markings. Very, very classic, very nice. Extraordinarily useful tools, from a screwdriver with a 3.5 centimeter ruler on it that narrows enough for you to get a little bit of leverage on some Phillips screws if you have to a small pen blade that, well, not really. This is not something that's wear resistant, all this stuff. It's tough enough that you can abuse it a little bit. I have opened, as of this moment, 3 envelopes and 3 packages with this, and it will still carve a hair off my arm, though probably only 1 or 2. It's definitely something that'll do. It's a nice little package for a 5th pocket knife. The lanyard and the key ring come with it. In fact, let's do a little bit here, just some standard size presentations. I'm just going to say, go ahead with the Rat 2 here. I will pull out the blade so it looks more appropriate and I'm not doing something silly here. Tiny, is it not? It is definitely one of those 5th pocket or small pocket knives. Here to give another small sense, the mini feldspar. So yeah, you see how tiny that sucker is. It is not, not a large knife, but even a slight stretch. Why you say, aren't you showing us the ruler, Andrew? Well, that's because before this review, I could not find it. And instead of taking a lot of time, I just sat down and did it. So, next, the Civivi Elementum. See how tiny that sucker is. And one last one. We're not going to do the large knives. Not just any leak, but a random leak. And as you can see, once again, it is dwarfed by even these small knives. So yeah, it's tiny, you guys. This is a 5th pocket keychain. I actually use it as a wallet carry. I don't have the wallet out right now. It's actually having a spot. It's pure. It's actual leather, so it has a little bit of time outside of the sun. So we'll do a little bit here. A couple more. They're just a little bit outside here. This is the Spyderco Ladybug. And something a little bit close to another more classic slip joint. This is the Cold Steel Lucky one. As you can see, it is closer in size to the Ladybug, the Lucky one. This thing's really thick, however. Let's see, there, get your fingers out of the way. Right, the Ladybug, which is no slim pickings itself, is definitely a little thick, and the Cold Steel is like half the thickness. So it's a beefy one. We'll get to the full reasons in just a moment here. One last thing for another relatively well-known, you can find them all over. It's not the cheapest, but it is a well-known little 5th pocket knife. This is the Reek. This one's Reich. Reek is the other one. This is the Reich knife Dragonfly. You can see this is approximately, that's about a 1 3/4 inch blade or to a 1.5 inch blade on this one. Any similar, it's about a 3-inch overall length. So you can see those two are real close to the same as far as overall length dimensions and blade dimensions. So that gives you a little bit of a sense of just how small this little thing is when it comes to the overall length and whatnot. Now let's get back to that thickness, right? Everyone loves a little thickness, no doubt about it. And this one's got some really good reasons. First one, bam, it's got a light, right? This one has a light. It's not the super bright. I believe this is something like 3 lumens or something like that. But it is useful. It will help you find where to put. It will help you find the lock on your door. If you drop your keys and it's right under there in a dark spot by your. Oh, there it is. You can see it. It'll illuminate a small area quite well. This isn't going to illuminate a large area and help you find the Bigfoot that you just saw, but it will definitely help you find the keys that you just dropped. Another little feature, bam, it has a pen. This is not a significant pen here. In fact, I'll even probably struggle. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah. It does indeed write. So there's that, which is useful. It's not going to be a lot of ink in there, but it is useful in a pinch. It is definitely meant to be a backup pen, not your primary, which is really what this tool is, right? This is Swiss Army. The design of this is to be a tool and useful first, while being, to quote the name, Spartan in appearance. It is a long oval, right? That's what this thing is. This is a long oval. The light comes on by pressing the only white on it. It is very, very Spartan. It is very clean in lines. It's very classy. It has the minimum amount of tools to get a job done in a pinch. Right? That's about what it's got. And that's all it's got. This is not a heavy-duty knife, but in the respect of its design, right? Like, I can't just, no. They're not the same knife. They're not the same purpose. They're not the same tool, right? There's a lot of stuff I can do with this that I wouldn't dream of doing with this. But I can't light the way to my car with this or write in a pinch with this either. Or even wrap a quick Christmas present because it's the only scissors I have, and if I go out there, they'll know I'm wrapping, right? So I say right a lot. Right? Anyway, so yes, there's the screwdriver with approximately 3, almost a 4, about 3.5 centimeter 3.5 centimeter on it. So you can get, you need to measure just how thick, 3 centimeters, something like that. Yeah, there you go. There it is. About 3.5. Scissors, a light, a pen, a little blade, a way to put it in your pocket. I have found this also fits wonderfully. If you ever have worn slacks, I have several. I don't know if any of you do. There's some other pants do too. I don't know any brands or particulars. There's probably quite a few. But in the front pocket, there's another small pocket within the pocket that's like for changes to keep it from rattling around, rolling around, and always. So there's a little pocket to keep it in there. This fits wonderfully in one of those pockets. My keys are too big to really usefully fit in there. This is not, and even can put some change in there, and I'm not too worried about it with the thick plastic handles. So the mechanics of it are great. The design, classic. The aesthetics, clean as can be. It doesn't get much cleaner than an oval with one badge on it. It just really is. There's a little bit of things poking out, but so it's a tool and there's where they are, and so you can access them. But the stuff that stays hidden, like the pen, you wouldn't know unless you really figured it out that there's a light by pressing that thing. The tools that stay hidden, stay hidden. The tools you need to get to, you can get to. It comes with a key ring that you can put on your keychain if you don't prefer to put it in your pocket and you don't care about having it on there. I like to carry it. The little lanyard also comes with, which is a nice addition for a 5th pocket. And again, in the jangling pocket, it gives you something that you can grab a hold of. It gives it. I don't like it quite so much for some of the others because all of the pen and everything is there. I would really like it if the lanyard was on the other side, so I had a little bit for my couple of fingers here to keep that lanyard out of the way of the pen. But it would definitely put it in opposition to the light and other things. So there's always that trade-off. And I'm willing to live with this one. Right, the intended purpose, you guys, this is a little small job or office job extraordinaire. This is a backup tool that when you ran out, or you had, like, I put it in my wallet because I grab my wallet if I go and I'm like, oh my God, I don't have a knife in my pocket. This is in my wallet. I have a pen, I have a knife, I have a light, I have scissors, I have a tiny screwdriver in a pinch. It's not my favorite, but I've got something. This is a backup carry in the most truest sense of the word, in that you have a minimum amount of tools to try and get something done so that you're not completely without. Is it a heavy use tool? Not in any sense of the word. This is a multi-use tool. It is a jack of all trades that is there to be there, completely designed and intended purpose to be there in a pinch. And it does that job wonderfully. It'll open a package. It'll open an envelope. It'll open, most things you need a knife to open. I don't know what, a plastic, paper, right? Foil if you had to. You could do aluminum foil for a little bit. This blade isn't going to hold up too long. You could wrap a package entirely with these scissors and that stuff if you needed to cut the paper. It would suck, but you could do it. This is in a pinch tool, and it does that exceedingly well, which for me brings me to the next thing, and that is it's highly recommendable, right? The cost, this version, the Onyx version, was a little bit high. I think this one was $79. The other ones are I've seen anywhere from 47 to 55 where you have aluminum or plastic. Plastic is what I most see, but you can get them in usually the red and white, but I believe they also come in other colors if they're still available. They were as of this taping, but I tape ahead of time. This is not live. So with that being said, there was not too many of them. This may even be a discontinued model. That may be by the time this comes out as well. That being said, you guys, I'm still going to give this a recommended review in case it ever comes out again, or it's just a part of the global shortage of everything right now as things sit. I want to leave it there, though, because this is a really cool little tool that is not my usual kind of review, but it's definitely part of the EDC gear that I would carry. It goes in the wallet, goes in the fifth pocket, goes in the change pocket. Can be there in a pinch. If you work in an area like, say, like a postal service job or any job where you can't carry a normal knife, or you have, in California, there's a lot where it's under 3 inches or even under 2 inches in a lot of areas, or it can't be locking, or this doesn't lock. This blade is under 2 inches. You can carry a tool like this in most places and not run afoul of rules or laws. So with that's really nice. And it does still work as a tool. You still have something. You don't have to carry a big, heavy Leatherman. I have a couple. Don't think I hate on Leathermans. I love them. They are just, however, heavy. Okay? So this definitely works in a pinch. Recommendable. Highly recommendable. Victorinox Swiss Army. It lots of cool stuff, you guys. Just lots and lots of cool stuff. The scissors, you get the lanyard, so you can work these with a little bit of panache, I guess. So you get a little extra. There you go. Victorinox Swiss Army Spartan. This one, the Onyx edition. I like the black Spartan look to it. Light, I believe, is about 3 lumens. Might be 5, but I think it's 3 lumens. Might be 5 lumens. Again, in a pinch, great. This will work in a purse, in a pocket. Highly recommendable if you can find them, you guys, and you want something. You don't want the extra tools. You want an in a pinch. You're thinking of a fifth pocket and you want something that's not just a knife. You're like, no, I don't want just a knife. I've got a knife. I want a tool backup that can do a knife backup job as well. This is your tool, the Victorinox Swiss Army Spartan. Highly recommended. One more time. I will say it again because I can't recommend it enough. This is a recommendable tool, a recommendable knife in a small but nicely thick and well-rounded package. So hard to complain about that all-in-one tool that just does everything well. And with that being said, you guys, I'm going to sign this off. This has been your dose of Drew. Go ahead, take this video, watch it twice, comment as much as you like, come back, be mindful of side effects. Remember to like and subscribe. Again, I am said Drew. This has been your dose of Drew with another knife review. You guys have a great weekend and a great Friday night.